Hey boos, in this video I give commentary based on my opinion. Nothing is to be taken as factual. We are just here to have conversation. We don't expose and we don't sip tea on this channel. I'm giving you real talk straight, no chaser. Let's see if you can handle it.
Cause I'm a boss. Oh, hell no.
Hi guys, it's Yanie and I'm back with another video. So in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing Insecure Season 4, Episode 6. This video is sponsored by DYHAIR777. So let's go ahead and get into this sponsorship. Hi guys, so real quick, this video is sponsored by DYHAIR777. If you are interested in this Jerry curl unit that they sent me, stay tuned for this sponsorship. So let me go ahead and get right into how I achieve this color. So I ended up using the Vicious Red 394 box color from Dark and Lovely. I ended up using 2 boxes and I mixed it all together, and I also ended up using Sunrise Orange from Adore. I ended up mixing it. So honestly, if you want your ginger red to kind of be more orangey, you can put more Sunrise Orange in it. I only used 1 bottle. If I wanted it to be a little more orangey and less red, I should have put more orange, but I only had 1 bottle, so that's my mistake. I would have put more orange and less red, but I still like how this turned out. I think if I would have put more orange and less red, it wouldn't be showing up on camera like it's just red. Bleaching, I ended up using Quick Blue by L'Oreal, so that's the bleaching that I used, and I ended up using a 40 developer. So that was my bleaching job. One little tip that I will give you guys is that whenever I want a more even bleaching application, I will add a little bit of purple shampoo, silver and blonde, developer and bleach, and that will give it a more even bleaching application, and it will also tone the hair as you bleach, so it just makes it way easier and faster. If you would like a tutorial on that, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, so then the next sponsorship I can show you guys how you can do that, because it's so easy and it makes your bleaching job faster. So that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and get into how I installed this unit, and that will complete this sponsorship. So this is how the unit turned out. Now, I know it looks red on camera. I don't know why. I tried adjusting my settings and everything, but it looks a little red on camera, but I promise it is a reddish orange ginger type of style or color. But for whatever reason, it's not really showing up on camera. So that kind of sucks, but I love this. So this unit, of course, is from DYHAIR777, and they ended up sending me their Brazilian 20-inch 180 density jerry curl lace front wig. Now you get about this much space of parting right in here, and then on the sides you get like shorter amount of space. So it kind of does like a U and then out like that. That's the type of lace front that this is. What I love about this hair is that it took bleach and coloring very, very well. I didn't feel like I damaged the hair. Now, I only bleached it once. I left the bleach on for about 30 minutes to an hour, and then I rinsed it out, and the curls are still popping. Okay, I do use a leave-in conditioner with water as well, and that's all that I've used to achieve this look, and I felt like the curls really bounced back. Now, the reason why I didn't style this hair, or I didn't straighten it, or I didn't curl it or anything like that, was because I wanted you guys to see how well this hair took the bleach and the color. So I really like how this hair turned out, and if you are interested in this unit, make sure you check out DYHAIR777. Use my discount code when you check out, Yanie, and you will save $10. That's all that I have regarding this sponsorship. So let's go ahead and get right back into this video. There wasn't too much going on in this episode, but I wanted to hop on camera and talk about it because there were some things that I wanted to highlight, starting with the grocery store scene. So after the whole altercation with Molly lashed out, and Molly called Issa a lot of different things, and she mainly called her a user. So with the grocery store scene, we see Issa attempting to do a good deed out of guilt because she is now aware that she comes across as a user. Not only that, she took it a step further and she reached out to Nathan, who she was also seeking validation from, to ensure that he didn't feel that he was being used by her. So Issa took it a step further when she was in the grocery store, and at first I think she was going to ignore it like she would normally, but in this case, because of the recent event that took place the night before with Molly, she decided to attempt to do a good deed, but as you can see, her card ended up declining. My question for you guys is this, because it was so evidently clear in this episode: do you feel Issa should reach out to Molly, or do you feel that Molly should reach out to Issa? Do you even feel that this friendship is worth saving? So some other things that I wanted to highlight in this episode was the mother-daughter scene where she finally reached out to her mom, which she tends to avoid, which I noticed. She tends to avoid her mother a lot when it comes to certain things, which I understand. Clearly her mom has a life of her own, but she tends to not really reach out to her mom like that. When she reached out to her mom and the conversation was about her life shifting and how she's growing, she's maturing, even though at 30 you are old enough, but you're still not old, it's still in a place of growth. Like, that is a time in your life where you're going to extend your growing period and you're going to hit more growth spurts. So when you turn 30, 30 is not old, 30 is still young. Issa is kind of in a weird space where things are starting to get on track for her. It seems like things are starting to get on track with her life, and she's moving in a more positive direction. So this shift that we're seeing is her growth, is her maturity, and also she's acknowledging that she is a flawed human being, that she is flawed. She comes across as a user. Now, I do have a question for you guys. Do you feel that Issa's characteristics are not worth being friends with her? Meaning, do you feel that her flaws you probably wouldn't befriend Issa? That's a question that I have. But me personally, I don't feel that Issa's flawed ways would keep me from befriending her, because you have to know the difference. Molly is a person who doesn't see anything wrong with what she does. She never admits or acknowledges it. She kind of brushes it over and moves along. If it works, it works. Covering up is what she does. But with Issa, she seems to reflect, and she seems to really take her growth seriously, to practice change in her life so that she can grow. But Molly tends to be more stagnant, and it's kind of like what you see is what you get. With Molly, I just don't understand why she won't be the bigger person. But we all know why Molly won't be the bigger person, because she's stubborn and she always thinks she's right, or at least that she has to be. So it wasn't surprising to see Molly at a bar, carefree, just scrolling on her phone like nothing happened. I love how Issa is not giving in to reaching out. I love how she is standing in her power, and she is just waiting for Molly to reach out. But as you can see, Issa is very, very hurt, and friendships hurt. Broken friendships hurt. I honestly feel like broken friendships hurt way more than romantic relationships. And I've been saying that for some time now. And honestly, it's because you don't have that person that you can go to and recharge. As a spiritual being, you don't have that person that you can go to and recharge. And honestly, I feel like a broken friendship is the absolute worst type of hurt, is when you don't have your friend. Another part in this episode that I wanted to highlight, another topic that was brought to the forefront. What do you do when you feel that some friendships are just not worth saving? Do you actually have a sit down and have a conversation, or do you just don't mess with that person? You don't deal with them. You basically ghost them. You stop hitting them up. Do you feel that there's some proper exit strategy that you should go through with a friendship, or do you feel that you should just be like, okay, deuces, I'm out, this is too much, I gotta go? How do you handle that in a mature adult way? That is a question that I have. Normally, me, I would ghost a person. I don't know if that's what you're supposed to do. Another point that I wanted to highlight was this. To me, Molly is not communicating in a way, to me, that is worth saving the friendship. I feel this way because Molly didn't sit Issa down and tell her about why she feels the way that she feels. She just lashed out, and that is not how you handle anything pertaining to relationships as an adult. You should be able to sit that person down and voice how you feel. I'm not confrontational, but when it comes to certain things, I do feel that you have to sit that person down, whoever that person is, and you have to have a conversation, voice how you feel, and lay out boundaries moving forward. Then you are creating space for that friend or that person to correct whatever they were doing that affected you in a negative way. So Molly didn't give that opportunity to Issa, and she should have. If she really cared about Issa, she would have came to Issa, sat her down, told her how she felt, and then set boundaries, and then gave her space to correct her wrongs, or at least to do better within the friendship. And she didn't give Issa a chance to do that. So I really feel that Molly is wrong, and I really feel that she's going to be the one missing out on a friendship, because Issa, she is the type of person that will acknowledge, that will reflect, and that will try to make change moving forward. And Molly is not that type of person. So I do feel that Molly would be missing out on a great friendship for that reason alone, because Issa is not the type to be stuck in her ways. She is all about change, growth, and moving forward. And Molly is all about just doing whatever makes her look good. But at the end of the day, sometimes doing what is best for you doesn't always look the best. She doesn't want to go to therapy. She feels that that means that she has a problem. Like, she has to acknowledge that she has a problem. She doesn't take therapy seriously, and she doesn't go to therapy consistently. So it tells me that she has an issue with acknowledging that she has issues, and that should never be. If you are a grown person, a grown adult, we all have our issues. We're all flawed. We all go through things. Going to therapy to get the help that you need will not label you a bad person. So admitting and acknowledging that you have an issue will not make you a bad bad person will not label you a bad person. Honestly, it will label you a very mature person who is looking to make a change for the better. So when it comes to Molly and Issa, and this whole who should reach out, that was basically what the episode was about. I definitely feel like Molly should reach out, but I really don't think that's going to happen. And you can see the hurt in Issa, and she wants her friend back. She wants her friend back, but she wants her friend to apologize because she did hurt her feelings. She did hurt her, and we all know that Issa is not innocent. She does come across as if she uses people. She comes across like she's super self-centered, but how is she supposed to correct these issues within her friendships if people do not tell her? And that's the thing. When it comes to friendships, you have to sit a person down and tell them about certain things that may bother you, and then you give them space to correct whatever those issues may be. So that's all that I have regarding this video, you guys. I would love your thoughts and opinions, so make sure you comment them down below. And if you are new here, please subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you are notified for when I upload, and I'll catch you guys in my next one.